I'm your host with the most welcome 23, joining me for Sophomore, Book 2, Chapter 15, Not Ready to Make Nice. And I hope you're all having a great day. Morning a city council meeting, and you open your closet to choose the perfect outfit. I should wear something extra professional. I want the council members to take me seriously. Power player. You look like you work in Texas Hold'em. Poetic justice, sob for sleek, chic outfit for the court. And what we're wearing. Let's see. What else do I have in here? You're fine. Back to the story. Smile at your reflection in the mirror, straightening your shoulders and nodding confidently. It's go time. Let's win this hearing. It's actually the first time that they've introduced a new outfit in a while. You head out to the living room to meet the rest of your housemates. James, Zig, Tyler, and Abby have joined them as well. Okay, everybody, it's game day. Are we all ready? As ready as I can be. I guess I'm so nervous. Caitlin comes up and takes your hand. Don't worry. I know you'll do great. I'm feeling hopeful. We have a good case, so now it's up to us to present it. Up to Mizumi, you mean? I'm still impressed that you offered to present our case yourself. For the sake of organization, it'll probably be better to have one person do most of the talking. But you guys help me put this together. Some of us do have things to say about Vasquez ourselves. I wonder how many more people will show up to give personal statements. I wonder what kind of nasty tricks Mr. Delacroix is going to try to pull during the council meeting. Hey, I think we're on the winning side here. He's a greedy developer and we're a bunch of noble students. Uh-huh. Hey, Zig. I wish I lived in fluffy, optimistic land, too. I hope so. And at least we're not going down without a fight. But no matter what happens today, I loved living with you guys. We've done Vasquez proud. Yeah, we done Vasquez proud. I doubt he would have admitted it, but I know he'd be touched by what we're doing for him, and the memory of this neighborhood. Plus, he would have hated Mr. Delacroix more passionately, but then he loathed purple prose. Prose? Is it prose or prose? Nonsense. I have a genius idea. Whatever Delacroix makes us stink at the meeting, just imagine Vasquez heckling him from the audience. Oh, Lord, yes. I'm just so glad you put that image in my head. Now I feel unbeatable. Yes, you suck, Delacroix. You suck, you uneducated Trump-looking piece of... Sixpence's card keys around on his finger. Okay, time to get the show on the road, and prove to Mr. Delacroix that we messed with the wrong people of the group. The wrong group of people, but, The group splits up into 2 cars, and Zig and James drive you to the courthouse. You arrive at the city council chambers to find the room quiet. Raina waves at you from a seat near the front. Good morning, Mizumi. You turn to find Gabriella arriving just behind you. She gives you a hug and a smile and the rest of your friends. Well, it's a small turnout, but that's better than nothing. My father always did prefer quiet affairs over busy ones in later years, anyway. You glance towards the table at the front of the room where you'll be presenting your arguments. This is the moment of truth. Time to see if our testimony is enough to convince the council to protect your dad's house. Don't be nervous. I'll be grateful for all you've done if the council rules against you. I'm so proud of your hard work, and I have full faith in you. Gabriella, would you really be okay with losing the house? We're the ones who should be grateful. You saved us from dorm hell by letting us live in your house. We have so many good memories, from big parties to quiet nights in. I really treasure the time I've had there. This house means a lot to all of us, so fighting for it is the least we can do. I'm glad to hear it, and if it were up to me, I'd let you stay longer, but if we can at least save it from being destroyed, that'll be a huge win. I'll do my best today, Gabriella. She gives you one more encouraging smile, then takes a seat. You sit with your friends in the front row, right across the aisle from Mr. Delacroix, who smiles smugly at you. I'd love to smack the unholy hell out of you because you represent something and someone that I absolutely hate. Did you notice the weather? What a lovely day. You know what they say, good omens ride on good weather. Yes, it is a lovely day. For me to smack them. I'm glad you've accepted your loss already. No. Did you hear something, Zach? I noticed Sebastian isn't here. That can't be a good omen for you. He used to be your first line of attack against us, but it looks like he's had a change of heart. It's interesting that you claim to understand how I operate at Mizumi. I would be a little more humble if I were you. There's a song, it's... Be... the... itch, okay? Be humble. Sit down. Just then, a group of council members enter the hall, head to the front stand. You really want to cuss sometimes, you know what I'm saying? One takes the main podium and looks out at the crowd as the room grows silent. Good morning. I'm Councilman Rossi, and I'll be presiding over today's hearing. As I understand it, the applicant is seeking to classify the home she's currently living in as a historical landmark. Is that correct? It is, Councilman. And Mr. Delacroix, you wish to demolish the house so you can proceed with your proposal of building a strip mall in the neighborhood. Correct, Councilman. A strip mall would be beneficial to the school and its surrounding community. You're full of... Alright, let's get to it. What is the applicant's argument for this property's historical significance? You stand up. Thank you, Councilman Rossi. The house is the longtime home of late Enrique Vasquez, a noted literary figure and former professor at Hartford University. It represents the literary culture of the area, commemorates the life of a great writer. It is the last house in a historic neighborhood. It represents the literary culture of the area. In his younger years, Professor Vasquez held galas at his home, and they were attended by literary professionals from all over the country. And as professor, he nurtured Hartfield's literary scene by helping young writers grow into their craft, myself among them. Councilman Rossi, if I may. Actually, if you'd wait until... Mr. Delacroix gets to his feet, cutting off Councilman Rossi. Oh, you're a rude little, aren't you? The fact of the matter is, the houses in the neighborhood were old and in disrepair. Many were unsafe to habitation, but were rented out to college students and cheap anyway, like Mizumi and her housemates. They ran their house into the ground by throwing numerous raucous parties that would have been disruptive to any neighbors. The legacy of a writer as prolific as Enrique Vasquez is in no way confined to his house. It lives on his work and people he encountered throughout his career. Clasps his hands and here clears his throat before breaking into a businesslike smile. College communities thrive when students have spaces outside of the classroom to build a sense of fellowship among pupils. A recreational area off campus will revive a dying neighborhood while drawing more people to the college when they see it thriving. I do have to ask, Mr. Delacroix, you intend to replace what was a residential neighborhood with a commercial one. Where would those new students live? A very fair question, Councilman. Hartford is building a budding institution with plenty of on-campus housing. If it doesn't have all the resources it needs to keep up with the growing enrollment sizes, student housing payments will cover costs. You put up a hand and the councilman nods at you. Your argument is flawed, Mr. Delacroix. Campus housing can be expensive. There isn't enough on-campus housing. There's plenty of recreation here already. Campus housing can be expensive. The cost of dorm living includes a fixed meal plan and other fees that many students can't actually afford. I've personally found that you can get a bigger place for less money when students share off-campus housing. As students, much of our money goes towards textbooks, housing, necessities like food, plus we have to think about loans down the line. We don't need a mall to strengthen our sense of community. We need affordable places to live. We need our school and our city to look out for us, not some greedy developer who's trying to exploit financially vulnerable college kids. To be perfectly honest, I don't think Mr. Delacroix cares about community. He just wants to make money. Well, you certainly make a compelling case for why Mr. Delacroix's developments might be detrimental to Hartfeld's student body. Mr. Delacroix chuckles. Mizumi, you paint me out to be a truly benevolent person. I can assure you, Councilman Rossi, that I only have the school in mind. In fact, I have a witness here can attest to my good intentions. My son, a student at Hartfeld University. Sebastian, if you'd please come up here. You turn and see Sebastian stand up from the back row. As Sebastian approaches, you lean back toward the front of the row of seats and make eye contact with Tyler as he whispers urgently to you. What? Why is he suddenly working with his dad? This doesn't make any sense. The last time I saw them together, Mr. Delacroix was trying to win Sebastian back to his side. Maybe it actually worked. Now, son, why don't you step right up and tell us how dangerous this house is? Absolutely unfit for these children to live in. Children! Oh, you smug mother... I'm gonna kick your ass. Sebastian steps up beside his father, his eyes lowered. You jump up out of your seat and address Sebastian. You're really supporting your father? I thought you changed. I feel like such an idiot for trusting you. Sebastian continues staring at the floor. Perhaps you should keep your petty personal problems to yourself and refrain from interfering with my witness. Sebastian, how could you turn on us like this? Can't you see your father is manipulating you? Councilman Rossi bangs a gavel. Please. If we can't have order, I'll have to call a break. Let the young Delacroix give his testimony. Yes, as my father said, I have observed the house in great detail while attending several of the aforementioned parties. In that time, I noticed many structural deficiencies and, Come on, son, speak up! Sebastian stands frozen in front of the council, and Dorian mutters under his breath. Don't let me down again. Sebastian takes a deep breath and raises his chin. Councilman Rossi, father, I can't condone this development proposal. It's one of my father's poorly managed construction efforts, and the so-called concern for the community is not offered in good faith. I'm gonna kiss you across the goddamn lips! Sebastian, what is this nonsense? It isn't nonsense, father. It's the truth, and for once I won't hide it for your benefit. That's enough. Sit down. You sit down and be humble. I will not. I am an adult and aware of your shady business practices. I will not let this development continue unchallenged. He steps across the aisle to stand beside you, then turns towards the councilman. Councilman Rossi, my father, has a long history of bullying tenants out of their homes in favor of commercial ventures for the wealthy. Not only are his intentions immoral, but his business practices themselves are underhanded. That, and he rarely treats his workers well. He has bribed workers who were injured on his construction site so they wouldn't complain about their unsafe working conditions. He also bribed plenty of homeowners, often low-income individuals who lived within the neighborhoods he wanted to bulldoze. I have taken pictures of a few letters I've found detailing such practices and can provide them if requested. Not only that, he pressured the city to investigate our house. We heard from inside a source that Mr. Delacroix greased some palms to draw special attention to our house. While there admittedly were some maintenance issues, we took every measure to address them and passed our next inspection. But I take issue with the fact that he paid off city officials to target us. Yeah, money do grease palms, don't they? These are startling accusations. While they're not the focus of the case, I would highly advise you to take them to criminal court. Councilman, my son is speaking of minor instances. I advise you, son, to make light of the malpractice you've been accused of, Mr. Delacroix. This may not be criminal hearing, but doesn't mean that you're exempt from future charges. Mr. Delacroix slowly sits down. Just be humble. Sit down. You need to go Google that song, okay? The song, his face, draining of confidence. Now, Mizumi, would you care to continue where you left off? I would, thank you. Enrique Vasquez may have been known for his intense personality, but he also was extremely passionately involved in Hartfeld's writing community. He has a history of mentoring caught up-and-coming writers and even hosting them in his home when they don't have one of their own. He advocated for literacy programs in elementary schools, scholarships for those who otherwise couldn't afford college tuition. You continue your presentation to the rapt attention of the council. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Now, these are all things Professor Vasquez has done, but people are remembered in the history for the individual lives they touched. And I know for a fact that he had touched the lives of others in this courtroom. You turn towards the audience. I'd like to take this time to invite community members to share their testimonies about Professor Vasquez. This is awesome. Several audience members stand up and gather at the front of the room, addressing the council one by one. Raina steps forward with a stack of papers in her hand. She passes them to the council members who scan the documents. I have letters here from past attendees of Vasquez's galas who couldn't make it today but wanted to share their fond memories of him. They describe him as a devoted patron of the arts. His parties provided fruitful opportunities for creatives to swap ideas and feedback. As Raina returns to her place, James approaches the council and clears his throat. Professor Vasquez was like a second father to me. He believed in literary dreams when not even my own parents did. I miss him every day, and I know I wouldn't be the person I am today if I hadn't had his guidance and support. He catches your eye and you give him a sad smile. I learned so much from him as his protege. I'm sure Mizumi can say the same. He helped me literally stay in school, find my voice, become a writer. All three, actually. But become a writer. It's no exaggeration to say I entered Hartfeld with no clue what I wanted to do. Writing for Professor Vasquez started as a necessity, but became a passion. I have a path ahead of me now. Maybe I won't end up following it exactly, but I know which direction to start in, and that's a huge comfort. Vasquez looked out for me and made sure I'd be okay as I struggled to find my place, and I'm so very grateful. So there you go, Councilman. Professor Vasquez helped make Hartfeld the community that it is, both on campus and off. This house is a relic of the community he fostered, and to demolish it would be tragic. Thank you, everyone. We will now begin our deliberation. You take a seat and let out a long breath as you wait. You turn and look at Sebastian, who gives you a nervous thumbs up. I'm gonna give you a kiss and a thumb. Like, I'm serious. I'm proud of you, boy. I'm proud. You came a long way. After a few moments, Councilman Rossi leans forward to speak into the microphone. It's a pleasure to rule that Enrique and Vasquez's childhood home shall henceforth be known as a historical monument. We kicking that ass and we didn't have to spend diamonds to save his house. Cheers erupt throughout the courtroom. You and your friends all leap to your feet in celebration. Mr. Delacroix storms to the exit in rage. Good. We'll never see you again. And that's how we defeat people like you, with kindness and facts. Boop. Sit down, be humble. Turn to look for Gabriella and find her rushing towards you, tears in her eyes. She pulls you in a hug so tight it squeezes all the air out of your lungs. I can't believe it. I mean, I can. I knew you would, but still, I can't believe it. She jumps up and down a few times and releases you to wipe the tears off of her cheeks. Thank you, Mizumi, from the bottom of my heart. Now this piece of my father will always be part of a heartfelt watching over the town, just like he did. I'm just as happy as you are, Gabriella. And we won this because I totally kept my cool, everyone pitched in. You look around at your friends. I couldn't have done this without all of your research, encouragement, and we just did something huge. I had a lovely time contacting Professor Vasquez's old acquaintances. They'll be thrilled to hear the news as well. Well, it sure is a good thing that I secretly been planning a party tonight in celebration of our big win. It's a good thing I'll be pitching it as well. Half the school is slated to show up. Are you too serious? Caitlin wraps her arms around you and kisses your cheek. Lips, baby! Mwah, I need your lips. We were all in on it. We just believed in you that much. Yeah, unless we lost the house, then it's... We were gonna have a party to celebrate and you ruined it. After being thoroughly congratulated by everyone in the courtroom, you head home with your friends. Let me know, comment section below, if you weren't able to save the house. Let me know. As you walk in the door, you find the living room entirely redecorated. When did you guys have time for this? Whoa, don't tell me you got a whole new set of decorations for this. Talk to Zach. This was all him. Actually, I would like to talk to you for a minute, Mizumi. Zach pulls you aside. Before you completely swept away by congratulations, I wanted to thank you. Zach, you don't need to thank me. We all helped save the house. This isn't about the house. Well, maybe it is, but not in the way you think. I know the past year has been kind of up and down for me. I was figuring out who I was and what I wanted, and at times I even felt a little jealous of everyone. Chris had football, Caitlin had band, Abby had her art. You had Vasquez's novel, not to mention a great friendship with Caitlin. But you, more than anyone, have worked so hard to keep us all on track no matter what's going on in your life. His voice cracks just a little. The fixing of this house helped me feel more confident about what I love. I can't thank you enough for encouraging me to follow my heart. Zach, that was all you. Your skill, your creativity, all I did was cheer you on. Exactly. When my inner voice was failing me, I didn't know what I was doing. Your support meant everything to me. Sometimes, all anyone needs to do is hear a voice outside their own head telling them that it's gonna be okay. He pulls you into a hug. Thank you, Mizumi. You've made these last 2 years so much better. Hey, we've still got 2 to go. A whole lifetime of friendship after that, if we're lucky. Now, let's party! I didn't revamp our shindig style for nothing. Your support has made a big impact on Zach. A few hours later, the whole house is awash with light and conversation. Guests stream to the door offering congratulations. You greet people as they enter. Peering past the door, you see someone lingering off to the side. Sebastian, what are you doing here? I wasn't entirely certain if I'd be welcome tonight. I know I'm connected to the opposition and have a long history with many of your... Are you kidding me? We've been waiting for you to show up. You mean, you actually want me to join you tonight? You're like a long-lost puppy. Get the fuck in there. Come on in, buddy. Step aside with a smile and welcoming in. Are you a hugging person? I'm not sure. We can try. Oh God, Sebastian's like, a hug? Mother? Is that you? Which, that is a question. We've never heard of Sebastian's mother, right? Like, I could be wrong, but we've never heard of her, have we? So, Sebastian could have lost his mother at a very young age, or she could have left that guy entirely or something. Let me know in the comment section below, because we really don't know much about him. What do you guys think? Or have it, maybe it was in a Diamond Edition and I missed it or something? I don't know. I mean, remember, I'm only up to Sophomore Book 1 in Diamonds. So, pull him in for a friendly hug. He tenses up, but relaxes after a moment before you let it go. Perhaps I am a hugging person after all. Grinning, you take Sebastian's hand and pull him inside. Tyler dives forward to give him a high five. As your friends greet him, Sebastian's lips wobble. What's wrong? Are you okay? Sorry, I don't think I've ever felt so appreciated. Sebastian, you saved our bacon at the hearing today. I'm so sorry I doubted you. No more than I doubted myself. I gotten used to basing my worth on my father thought of me rather than my own actions. What use is my father's approval if I, a snob, a sneer, and a saboteur? I just hope we haven't driven a wedge between you and your family. Bro, his father did that himself. His father's a piece of work. And when you have a father like that, they deserve to be alone. Please, the wedge has already been there for a long time. I'm just happy that I finally stood up for myself. Now that I'm going to go back to work on being myself. That's great to hear. I look forward to being friends with this new Sebastian. In other news, Tyler, I've completed the first season of Crowned in the Flame, and you'll let me in. I feel we have much to discuss. As Tyler and Sebastian sink into their own conversation, you move on to chat with other guests. You wind your way through the crowd towards the kitchen, where you catch Zach and Grant talking adamantly about while feeding each other pizza bagels. Zumi, congratulations on your victory! Grant, I can't thank you enough for all the help you've given us on this house. If not for you, we would have been kicked out long ago. It's just a shame that after all the work we put into restoring this place, we won't even get to stay here and enjoy it. Zach looks to Grant. Did you want to tell her? Well, I was actually going to see if I could continue helping out with the house. Now that it's a landmark, the city will organize any immediate repairs, but they'll still need a caretaker to see to everyday issues going forward. As a caretaker, I'd have this opportunity to put my skills and education to good use in a way that will help the greater community. Grant, that's great. We still hanging out? You have any big plans for the future? Or this place? Yes, I do. While the house is certainly in decent condition, I want to make some changes that will protect it better in the long run. For starters, I think we might need to redo the installation. I'm hoping to get that done before winter while the weather's still good. You're so dreamy when you get excited about home repairs. Baby. Oh my god, he just called him baby. That's cute as shit. I finished my first year of Masters in Historical Preservation, and I already have an opportunity to use it. I am beyond excited. I'm gonna preserve that ass. Okay. Oh boy, okay, back on page. Well, it's great to know that this house will be in good hands. You grab a piece of bagel and excuse yourself, heading back to the living room. As you're winding through the crowd, Caitlin catches up to you and pulls you aside. Hey, cutie, can we slip outside real quick? I need to talk to you about something. Do you really? Or is it just an excuse to make out under the stars? Why not both? Why not both? Oh, God, I love you so much. Come on, let's get some air. Shakes your hand and the two of you slip out into the front door. As you stand on the porch together, Caitlin slips an arm around your waist. Okay, what's this mysterious thing that isn't making out that you have planned? Well, with the house being turned into a landmark and everything, we're not going to be allowed to live here forever. Well, that's true, but at least the city isn't forcing us out, and we have plenty of time to find a different place. Caitlin bites her lip, looking uncharacteristically hesitant. Well, I was wondering, what if we found a different place for just the two of us? Are you asking if I'd like to move in with you? Duh, yes, I want us to live together. You know, just you and me. What do you think? If it's diamonds, I'm gonna beat the shit out of someone at Pixelberg. Okay. Wow. Yes. Really? You mean it? Was I not clear when I said yes? You sweep Caitlin into your arms and kiss her deeply. So you're in.
How many times do we have to ask or answer?
Yes, you goofball. You and Caitlin agree to move in together. Giggling, the two of you draw closer. She curves her arms around your waist and you nuzzle her cheek. If that's all settled, would you be interested in slipping away for a more private celebration?
I'd like to take this moment to say, Caitlin is like a unicorn. She's a woman that you wish existed. You wish was single. Who's probably been swept up by some very attractive woman or man, or she's busy doing her own professional things to even acknowledge you exist. Maybe in the next life. Maybe later. Or in the Diamond Edition. I'd like to stick around a little more, but this could be the last time we really celebrate in this house, and I want to enjoy it. No problem. Let's party hard enough to make Vasquez proud. Taking Caitlin's hand, you lead her back to the living room where the rest of your friends are talking and laughing. You return to the party to find the living room cleared of people and your friends gathered around the door. Hey, where'd all the guests go? Don't tell me you're calling it quits already. No way! The celebration is far from over, but we're all getting hungry, so we thought we'd go out for food. There's a really good barbecue place that just opened up in downtown Northbridge. We can split people between 2 vehicles. Everyone ready? I've been a few times, so I can lead the way there. Dibs on the passenger seat. Hey, can I come with you guys? Abby, I wanted to talk to you about an idea for album art. Sure, but just a heads up, my car's a little messy, so I can probably only fit you and Abby. Remind me to help you clean out your car next weekend. The rest of you can ride with me in my van. Caitlin turns to you with a smile. I'll save you some riffs, or I'll try. I might get hungry and eat yours. I'm sure I'll survive. See you there. The group splits into two, and everyone heads outside and climbs into the vehicles. Then you all drive off into the night. As you're driving through the downtown Hartville, traffic picks up. Zach taps his fingers impatiently against the steering wheel. Jeez, don't tell me everyone else out tonight. I guess we'll have to be patient. But I'm hungry now. Well, it is Friday and the end of the school year. I'm sure lots of people are out having fun. Up ahead, Tyler switches lanes and turns down a side street. If Tyler knows where we're going, because I sure don't. Gradually, the buildings start to melt away, and only your headlights are visible on the pavement between the occasional trees and street lamps. Wow, I guess we're on the back roads. I didn't know it could get so dark. Tyler's got that right idea, though. If we stayed downtown, we'd be sitting in the same place. You lean back in your seat watching the taillights of Tyler's car. Finally, after what feels like miles of darkness, a stoplight appears up ahead. The hell? Oh my god! Pull over, pull over! Your car screeches to a stop on the side of the road, and you all look on in horror. Please. That's all I'm saying. Tragedy strikes on the heels of your victory. What will this mean for you and your friends? Find out in the junior. Please. That's all I'm saying. This hits home really hard to me right now. Oh, Pixelberry. This hits home really hard right now. Oh, shit.
Okay. Compose yourself. Oh, shit. Okay. I got I gotta go ahead. I got tears streaming in my face. I'm so glad I don't do this on webcam. I don't even want to do my usual outro. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna say the following. I really hope Junior comes out, and I hope Caitlin and everyone in the car is okay. I know things like this happen, and I know it's life. Oh, God, do I know firsthand? Do I know it's life? That being said, head down the description below. There's links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.